Hello, DJ Mutt and Cool Skeleton. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Preston Cox. He says, Alistair invasion, that is true. Seems like we have 2 people right now. Hello, HDN All-Stars. Glad to see you made it to another stream. You guys are being pretty good with catching them. Preston says, Blitz says, Pen just quit leaning on me. Yeah, that's just the setup. I just pulled characters from a lot of our different types of videos. Cool Skeleton says, loved the new episode, all the new ones, I think 7 out of 10. Which is something I want to get to. Everyone. Newest Helluva Hasbin episode out. What did you think of it? Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. Tell me whatever, you know? You sound off. I'm not sure what you really mean because this is just my voice. Maybe you're used to hearing Blitz. Blitz is a bit different than my voice. DJ Mutt says, so about the new character reveal. Yep. Tell me what you think, guys. What did you think about the 2 new characters that I showed off at the ending? Just tell me, like, discuss the episode. Go over it if you want. I'm hoping all of you, watched it. Seems like we have 18 people right now. Linda Porter says, Potier. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm usually not. But, those are just Pokemon from our Pokemon series. Cool Skeleton says you sound deeper than the last stream. Last stream was all characters, not really myself, so... Or it just could be the tone of my voice. If I'm trying to speak up, it's because I have the fan on. Same creator as the Cherry Bomb one. Preston Cox tried to Rickroll Chef Peepee. Let me get them on. Will Junior never give you up? Never gonna let you down? Wait, I see what you're doing. Yeah, that's Chef Peepee. Can you show Angel's brother? He's kind of away right now. Like, surrounded by a bunch of different characters on a shelf. If you want, I could get him towards the end of the stream. Hello, which is your favorite character from Pokemon? Mask Vincible says, Arbok is my all-time favorite Pokemon. It has been since I was younger. HDN says, I see. I just finished Helluva Hasbin episode. It was amazing, Anaya said. Thank you, Anaya. I'm glad you liked it. I hope you liked the new characters and the whole thing with the 3 Alistairs. I know it's not like this big event, but I thought it was fun. I thought it was like a nice episode to kind of like bring Vox back and all that stuff. I have the same plush of, which one, loser baby, of Arachnus? So I would say I like all the new characters, but it's scary seeing 2 Alistairs, Cool Skeleton says. Yes, and especially what one of those Alistairs tried to do to Charlie, specifically this one. If you watch the episode, you know who is actually in this Alistair suit. President Cox says, Blitz, I rickrolled Peepee. Yep, Chef Peepee. Oswaldo says, hello, and says, guess who's back? Hello, Oswaldo. Of Angel's brother, I got it for my 10th birthday. Now, I'm hoping that was years ago, because Hasbin is, of course, an adult, show. We have a lot of, adult kind of plush content on here. My favorite is Garchomp. That's a pretty good one, Mask Invincible. So what are your thoughts on the upcoming Pokemon Z game? I think it'll be interesting. I'm just glad Mega Evolution is coming back. Cool skeleton. Yes, I have the same plush, Loser Ripper says. Is that Fizzy? Yes, he's over there. SMG4 is better than SML, DJ Mutt says. I mean, I haven't been watching, like, modern SML, really. But Chef PP is an old character on the channel. He's been here since 2020, so, like, we watched him back then, which is why he's a character now. Yes, it was. All 3 Alistairs were creepy and uncanny. The only thing seems like the chat got cut off, and I'm glad you think that. I try to make it so they were kind of like, they're all bootlegs, so I can see that. Then Husk sends them to Brazil again, HTN says. Yep, Husk would do that. I can't wait for Alligators Mega, Mask Invincible says. Yes, and I hope you did, seeming that you're asking about Pokemon, I hope you are a fan of our Pokemon Johto series, of course. Can I talk to him? I do not voice Fizzaroli, Oswaldo. I know it seems weird, I voice RoboFizz but not Fizz. That's because, there's only 2 of us. Our voices start to sound similar. Like, Verosica, like, you know who that is. The voice sounded kind of like Loot. There's really nothing we could do with only 2 of us. So if I voiced Real Fizz, then, pretty much, like, the Z of Z and you would have to voice 2 female characters. You know who they are. Do you have Charizard? Yes, I do. I call it Waxzard because it's a pretty bad bootleg plush. I only won it at like a carnival game. Can't stand is that Angel and Vox got busy. Yep, that's right. And once you go Dusto, you never go backo. A lot of people seem to like that line. What Megas do you think will be in the game? Megas for all the starters. Mega Dragalge. Mega Victory Bell. Mega Starmie. Mega Clefable. I kind of, if the rumors are true, that seems to be some of them. The Roblox guy says, I subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing. Feel free to check out any of our series. We have 4 different types of videos. Z&E Movies, Scooby Doo Unfiltered, Pokemon Johto, and, of course, Helluva Hasbin. Oswaldo Ayala says, also, I like Brandon Rogers more than SML. That's perfectly fine. You saw the thing I said about Velvet and Cherry Bomb. I saw you send a message about Cherry Bomb earlier. But the smaller plushies are from Shark Robot. I have seen the Cherry Bomb, but it has been sold by, like, the Japanese company. Preston Cox says, Black Yoshi will Call of Duty never give you up. I would voice Black Yoshi, but, I mean, I don't voice him. I would have him read that line, but he's just here for decoration. Same with Egg Boy, Fizz, just decoration. I'll be right back. That's fine, Oswaldo. Do you think Arachnus would send his brother Angel to Brazil? Not anymore. In the show, maybe, but in our plush series, Arachnus is no longer a villain since Season 3, Episode 2, so I don't think so. Do you collect Pokemon cards? Because I literally got God in a pack. Very interesting, cool skeleton. I do collect Pokemon cards. In fact, if you watch Pokemon Episode 9, which you should, of our channel, Johto, you see some of the cards in my binder. One of my binders. Can Luna join the stream? I really want to see her. Preston Cox, unfortunately, I do not voice Luna. Z of Z&E voices Luna. I am the E. So, while I could technically bring her out, I can't voice her. HDN All-Stars says, Arachnus, saying, you're going to Brazil. I would do an Arachnus voice, but again, not my character. Another Z of Z&E character. Plus, I have a question for Luna, and she owes me a fist bump. Unfortunately, she would not be able to answer your question as I don't voice her. Like I said, I'm not sure how backed up the chat is, so we'll see. And sends him to Brazil. HGN All-Star says. Oswaldo says, I take insulin for my lunch. I'm type 1 diabetic, by the way. DJ Mutt says, send him to Cuba like a missile in 1962. The crisis. I have a question. What is it, professional savage? I'll see if I can answer it. Person Cox says, Blitz, you know what? And shoves Penchus off of him. I guess you really want Penchus to not be leaning on Blitz, so hopefully he stays up. Hey, all water types and grass. Hey, all water types, grass Pokemon are better in my opinion. Well, only one water type, Cody's for Alligator, is here. Which, if you saw Pokemon Johto's episode 16, you'd see the violent evolution of him. Wobbuffet is psychic. Question, who is Fidel Castro in the Helluverse? Maybe the same thing as he was in real life. Also, EDU voice Valentino, I do. I also voice Velvet, but she is voice filtered, meaning I cannot voice her. Even though I play her character, I cannot talk as her because it's filtered to sound more feminine by going through a pitch raise filter. Thrag says a ghost emoji. Do you think if Stolas never suggested the full moon deal, was friends with his employees, and never infidelized Blitz's employees, Blitz would have a more positive opinion on him? I do think so. I mean, it depends. If Stolas still acts, hypocritical, we'll see. But I think it would definitely be a better relationship in terms of what they had before, now in the series. Hey, Blitz, throw the Alistair imposters to China. He could, maybe at the end of the stream. SBS, Super Bowser Simon, says, hey, E, I love your videos. I believe this is the first stream you've caught, SBS. I know you do love our Pokemon videos, so feel free to talk about them. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer, if I can. Is he here? I said that I found Cherry Bomb and Velvet on Etsy. Yes, they are on Etsy. Of course, I'm obviously not buying Velvet because I already have her and I spent like $180 for her. So obviously I'm not going to replace a plush that costed so much. Can I ask Chef Pee-Pee what he does on his free time? I suppose you can as well, though. What I do on my free... It's hard to voice him. What I do on my... It's a puppet, so... What I do on my free time, well, I just sit around and relax while I can, because Bowser is pretty much my slave owner, he calls it. I do not like that. Yeah, Chef Pee-Pee is treated very horribly by Bowser. Person Cox says, hey, Angel, I watched a video of Charlie destroying the contract you made with Valentino. I believe I've seen that. Aractus, you're not a villain anymore. You did it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you right now. I'm gonna hug you so tight until you can't breathe. Loser Baby says that all. Mr. E, will we see Charlie's mom in the series? That's an interesting one. I can't really answer it because Charlie's mom in the show is a pretty big deal. So that means she'd most likely be a pretty big deal here. And I'm saying most likely because I can't really answer. But I don't know. Do you think she's going to appear? Or do you think she's not going to appear? Mr. E, who do you voice in the Scooby show? I voice Fred, Scooby, and Velma. I also voiced Obama, if you watch the latest episode. Preston Cox says, Luna, all right, I'll join the stupid stream, but I won't like it. Preston Cox, you should add to the end of that what would be a good thing for her to say is, also, I can't speak. So I just have to sit there. Can I talk to Blitz? Hey, Blitzy, I see your ex and sister in episode 3, season 3, episode 14. Yeah, I know. I'm all happy about it. And him knowing right now is not canon. He does not know they're around because they just showed up at the very end. Question, what do the plushies do in their Toy Story universe besides come to life? What would they do? Maybe they act like it's all like a big game, like a TV show. Like Vox is actually friendly towards Alistair. It's just part of the whole, belief. Maybe all the Pokemon are in like an army or something, like the army men from the movie. Hello, Sean. Glad to see you here. It's Valentino here to see Angel in the stream. Maybe, maybe not. I could get him. But, I mean, I don't think Angel would like that. Luna, plus I don't talk. Now move over so I can have a place to sit or whatever. That is good, Preston Cox. It does make sense that she'd say that because she would just have to sit in the background. If you really, truly want to see her, I can bring her out. But just remember, of course, like you said, she can't talk. Oswaldo says, can I talk to Angel instead? Angel, is your husky busky here? No. Husk, I did not bring Husk out. Hey, Sir Many Freaking Eyes a lot. Where do you get your egg boys?
I'll never tell.
Of course, I do know the answer to that. I'm not sure if I will explore that in Helluva Hasbin or not. Loser Baby says, Angel, can I talk to your brother because I want to flirt with him? You can't really talk to him. Arachnus would just stand there looking at the camera and say nothing because I do not voice him. I do not voice Arachnus. That's the Z of the Zany movies. Oswaldo says something Angel would get mad at as he said, also pineapple pizza is delicious. Angel is very disturbed and angered at that question. But I will try and get Luna to just stare at the characters because I have to put the camera somewhere. Alright, Preston Cox, here she is. I hope you're happy now that she's there. Hey, Angel, search person Husk in Hell Google, you won't be disappointed. He's going to reach for his phone. He's going to search it. Oswaldo says, hello, Luna. Yep, there she is. She can wave. That's about all I can do. Preston Cox says, Penchus. Wait, Luna is joining the stream. Well, duh, because Preston won't shut up about her, and now she's going to be joining, so deal with it, Snake Eyes. Hey! There's, of course, Preston Cox's story that he put in there. I'm not sure if this stream will be as long as the other ones. I had time to make it. Wait, how would night and day work in hell if there even is? It just gets darker, I guess. Like, in our series, you do night and day. Oswaldo says, hey, Angel, do you want to quit on Valentino, like, right now? Or, like, right the hell now? Of course he does, but he can't. Because he has the contract. GJ Mutt says, why aren't we sending people to Cuba? It has missiles. I love you, Arachnus. A loser baby says. Preston Cox says, Luna, I dare you to hit Angel Dust the same way Husk does. She pretty much caked him. Cool Skeleton asks, hey, Mr. E, where do you put all your plushies, like in a closet? What do you do in your free time? What do I do in my free time? Well, if I'm not busy, usually write. I mean, I'm Helluva Hasbin's writer. I write the episodes. I write Pokemon, too. I do not write Scooby or Z movies, like the stuff with Chef Pee-Pee and all that. Like Horse Kong, Bowser, all that. I do write them in Pokemon, but not Z movies. Normal videos, as we call them. Besides that, where do I put all the plushies? They're on a shelf. There's also cubbies that they're in. There's some plushies that are in a bin because, of course, I have so many. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen a Pokemon Dex, but there's a lot in there. And if we make a Pokemon series, there's going to be a lot of that. Combine that with all the Hasbin characters, all the puppets, and, like, there's a lot. Scooby characters, there's only really 5 of them, like the gang. And I guess you can count Obama, because he was bought solely for Scooby. Is Stolas here? He is not Oswald, though. Person Cox says he watched Luna kick SpongeBob into the sky on a YouTube video. I'm sure Luna would enjoy that, his happy-go-lucky attitude. So, everyone, if you, of course, hopefully watch the newest episode, what do you think the next one is going to be about? Season 3, episode 15. What do you think that episode will be about after seeing the ending of the previous one that came out the other day? What do you think about the new type of being Pokemon? I think it might be light type Pokemon to counter dark types. Well, we already have Fairy for that. I'm really hoping Gen 10 brings a new type, because it's double digits, 30 years of Pokemon. I'm really hoping there's a new type. That's really the main thing I want, a new type. Maybe Cosmic, you know? Or maybe, like, Mystic or something. Something like that. Preston Cox says, Egg. Hey, boss, can I smell your deodorant? Pinches.
Ew, no.
I also do not voice Frank. The only reason this character is here I don't voice is because it's like a creator / writer. One out of the 2 here, so they're just for decoration. Come on, send someone to Cuba like the missiles in 1962. Send Boba Fett there. Have him use counter. Or mirror coat. So, something else I'm gonna say. You might be asking, what's the schedule for our videos the next couple weeks? Well, just to tell you in advance, this week is gonna be a zany movie. It's basically it's gonna be very funny. It'll come out around Sunday, I think. And the week after that, we're going to have a Pokemon episode. And then probably another zany movie, and then probably Hasbin after that. As the schedule works, kind of like that. Preston Cox says, Luna, my favorite female Helluva Boss character. I also never fail to laugh at how you make fun of Moxie's weight. That is a ongoing gag in the show. Flashbacks, I guess, or the V's doing something evil in the next episode. I don't know, man. I'm not the way to. Hey, E, who is your favorite Brandon Rogers character from YouTube? I guess it would be Bryce Tank Thrust. I did like her character. Also, to everyone in the stream who watches Helluva Hasbin, just a reminder. 3 episodes left. 15, 16, 17. Watch them all. Make sure we get a season 4. It depends on viewership. If the views are poor for like the season finale, then it shows that not enough people are liking it like they used to. But if you all show up and watch it and like and all that stuff, then we will make a season 4. tell your friends. Make sure once we're only 3 episodes left, only 3 left, so make sure you watch them all. Do everything you can to show us that you love it, love the series, and you know. Preston Cox says, Luna, do you like being voiced by Erica Lingback? I'm sure she does. It's her voice actor. Her real life voice actor, not the plush. Hey, Mr. E, how did you get into Pokemon? I got into Pokemon in the 2010s. There wasn't really a reason. I had a friend at the time who really told me, "Oh, you should get into Pokemon. Oh, you should get into Pokemon." And I was like, "No, it's this real popular thing." Back then there was, of course, in elementary school, and everyone on the bus would be talking about "Oh, Mega Charizard," and I'd kind of be annoyed by it at the time. But then I got into it. I'm not sure how, but I guess I ended up watching the first season of the anime and buying cards, and I really kind of got into it from there. I like Bryce too. I watch her scenes. She reminds me of Cruella de Vil, like that movie. I can see that as well, though. We'll be seeing Pikachu in the future, President Cox says. No. Pikachu's a Kanto Pokemon. Cody had a Raichu and a Pikachu in our pretty bad Kanto series, the one we were younger and didn't care as much about the channel back in 2020. But we of course cared about it, but we didn't care about editing and stuff, and we didn't care if we messed up a scene. We just kept going. And he did have a Pikachu and a Raichu, but because we're on Gen 2, Pikachu is not Gen 2, so it wouldn't make sense to give a main character a Pikachu, especially because Cody had one. Oswaldo says, "Hey, Blitzo." What? Blitz says. I don't know, man. They're not. Might be a season 4 or 5 viewers. Only a couple hundred and stuff. Yeah, that's really not good. Cool Skeleton. Helluva Hazbin episodes used to guarantee more within that time. A lot of you, of course, some of you I do see in the comments, but just in case you watch Helluva Hazbin and don't comment, comments are all appreciated. And Helluva Hazbin, Pokemon Johto, Scooby, and Zany movies, we want to know what you guys like. Even if you're just pointing out a funny moment, it shows to us what you like, so we can keep doing that. If we don't know what you like, then chances are, episodes that I write, might be a bit different than what you like. I apologize to how I told Stolas you agree with Sarita Carmo, as well as says, "That's fine, we forgive you." Preston Cox tries to Rickroll Blitzo. Blitz. Hey, Blitz, well, oh, I see what you're doing. Joke's on you, I'm the one who always knows when I'm about to be Rickrolled. The others kind of don't. Yes, Blitz does, he knows, trust me, he knows. Logan Trigger says Angel Dust. Yes, Angel Dust. Oswaldo says that his cute I hat. But Cool Skeleton, you're right. There might not. There might. Who really knows? Of course, keep in mind, Helluva Hazbin is the most popular thing on the channel. If it does bad, that's not a good thing. And right now it's kind of prioritized somewhat to where, because it's the most popular on the channel, we make sure we get out when we film every time a month. We film one Helluva Hazbin, which is the most difficult thing to film, but we make sure to get out one. We always make sure to get out one. We've never not filmed a Hazbin when our film session came out in the month since 2022. So, yeah. What was I saying? I was reading other questions. So, of course, it depends. It could change. Who knows? We'll see. Question at the end of the Pokemon Gen 2 series, what happened to Pokemon when they go to the third region? They leave them at Professor Doofy's lab. Similar to Professor Oak having Ash's Pokemon at his lab in the anime, it's going to be Professor Doofy, who's our Professor Oak in our Plush series. Doofy the Dragon, as you might know. They'll just leave him at the lab. Same thing with Gen 1. Gen 1 was left at his lab. Angel Dust, what is your job? I'm a stripper, what do you expect? Yeah, Angel Dust, his job is pretty obvious if you look at how he dresses. Or watch the show at all. Hey Blitz, how would you react if Luna almost called you Dad? I would love it. Luna does not look amused. Sorry Blitz for telling Stolas on you, Blitz. I won't forget it. Oswaldo, of course, says. Alistair, where is your cane? I'm not sure if he appears that this person hasn't seen the Helluva Hazbin Plush series because all those Alistairs in the back are bootleg fakes. They are not the real Alistair. They're Vox Valentino Velvet in disguise if you watch the episode. Messiah Washington, hello. We're not sure how long the stream will last, but if you have any questions, please ask. All those Alistair antics were funny. I'm glad you thought they were. Blitzy, there you are. Ignacy says, if I'm saying that right. Yep, I'm right there. Nadia said hello. Hello, Nadia. I was trying to find you. Ignacy says. Will Cody and Junior get legendary Pokemon in the future? Not in Gen 2. That's all I'm gonna say. Because Cody already has a full team of 6 and Junior only needs one more, so it won't end up being a legendary. Maybe in the future. But, you know, I can't really answer. That would be a big deal. Maybe I already know. And I'm not telling you if it's a yes or no because it's a big deal. Hey, Blitz. Just to let you know about Visago, I can tell he's Latino as I am. Yes, he is. Well, voiced by one, because he's from Hell, so he's born there in Hell, so he's not from any Latin countries. To Egg Boys, how does Serpentis treat you? I do not voice the Egg Boys, but he treats them, alright. They work a lot, but, they still love their boss. Angel Dust. I want to have a series on my own. Blitz. Like that's gonna ever happen. Yep, Angel, that's not gonna really happen. So will Junior catch a horsey, Messiah Washington says. It seems like a lot of people suspect Junior will catch horsey. And I can't say anything because I don't want to spoil it. But everyone seems to be on to him. Like they say, okay, Junior's gonna catch horsey. In Messiah Washington, think of the types, too. Think of the types of the other Pokemon and what they evolve into if they gain a new type. Think about if it pairs with any of Junior's types. Maybe if... he already has a fairy type, Togetic, so maybe he won't catch another fairy type. Ignacy says, Luna, how did you escape my basement with Blitz? She doesn't know. I also can't voice her. What's Junior's team right now? King Aiden says. Watch Pokemon. Go watch it. The answer is in the episodes, King Aiden. So go check out the episodes. Oh look, a random horsey just spawned in front of me. Where? Actually, yeah, Angel, that's a very good idea. You should have your own show. He's already the main character. So, Angel, sorry, but you're already one of the main characters in Helluva Hasbin, so you can't really do that. Oh, will Cody or Junior see the Pokemon God? Sorry, I can't pronounce its name. I'm from a different country, so you know. Arceus, well, Cool Skeleton, of course, Arceus is a Gen 4 Pokemon. They will see him if they get to Gen 4. But that's a bit far away. We still have all of Gen 2, possibility of Gen 3. Possibility of Gen 4. Angel will not fall for the Rickroll. He's been Rickrolled before, so he won't fall for it. Another character would fall for it. I'm sure Penchus would. 2 Blitz, when are you going to get a good business? I already have one. Angel, I know about name for your own son, Angel Basement Stories. I am not quite sure what that is supposed to mean. Feel free to evaluate what you said. Hello, Wolf Girl. What would an Angel show be? Just him stripping? Yep. Cool Skeleton, you got it. Just him stripping. Like, that would be in every single episode. Of course, Val would be the main villain. Not like it's kind of Vox and Adam and ours. It would just go to Val. And the V's, but Val mainly. It would just be about that. I can see Cherry Bomb. Joseph's team is going to be wild with a Houndoom, Messiah. You are right. Can you add a Deadly Sin, Logan Trigger? Watch our episodes. You can see the Deadly Sins there. Joseph's team is about to be wild with a Houndoom. Of course, he has a Houndour, so it's pretty obvious he'll have Houndoom. Joseph's team will be pretty strong. Iraz, come up to me in front of the IMP, Ignacy says. Why doesn't Junior have a Polytoad? He likes them. King Aiden, if you remember, SML is different than Z&E. Junior has no affection towards the Polytoad line like Logan's Junior has, because our Junior is a bit different. So, he wouldn't. He does need a water type, though. Hint, hint. Hey, Luna, World Vortex. I know it's a Rickroll, and she hasn't been Rickrolled yet, but I can't really read it as her. Oswaldo says, hey, Blitz, I see a horse. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Wait, made you look. Ugh. And he's laughing at me. Hey, Mr. E, I'm planning on playing a Pokemon game finally, but I don't know which one to start. Give me some advice. So, Cool Skeleton, I would suggest you, what should you play? I would suggest you maybe start with, a Gen 4 game or Gen 1. Gen 2 is kind of a sequel to Gen 1 in terms of, like, kind of story, so don't play a Gen 2 game if you don't know what the story is for, like, what happens. I would suggest either starting off with Pokemon Red or Blue, maybe Fire Red if you'd rather have, like, color, or maybe Pokemon Platinum. A lot of people like that game. Or you could start with the newest generation, Gen 9, because the newer generations are made so they're kind of like everyone, if it's their first time playing a Pokemon game, they're pretty much going to get the gist of it, even if they've never played before. That's how the new games and even some of the old ones are designed, so you kind of get it. Preston Cox says,
Hey, Penchus, will Cherry Bomb never give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna tell a lie and desert you?
ugh, Christ on a stick, you got Rickrolled, Penchus.
Wait, oh, that thing again. It's pretty silly, isn't it?
You're not supposed to read it.
Oh. Looks like I messed up, didn't I?
Cool Skeleton do Generation 6. He could. It's pretty easy. Actually, King Aiden, you might be onto something. Generation 6 is very easy. It is ridiculously easy. So if you don't really know how to start with difficulty, play Gen 6. They basically give you everything. Next time, add Mammon, please. I could, if it's a stream where Mammon's talking. Logan Trigger. By the way, I drive a whole metro system in Helluva Hazbin verse. Very interesting. Ignacy. What do you plan on doing with Yoshi and his team? Green Yoshi? So, as you know, his team right now is Noctowl, fully evolved, Bayleaf, and Magby and Marill. So he already has a fire type, he already has a water fairy, he already has a grass, and he already has a normal flying. So what I will tell you, Messiah Washington, is the last 2 Pokemon of his team will be different types. They will not be a repeat. We don't really do that. which is kind of why Joseph has like a Magnemite instead of a Chinchou. Chinchou would repeat with Slowpoke with Water type, and Ampharos he doesn't have because Cody has one. So just a hint: the last two Pokemon in Green Yoshi's team will be different types. Hey Blitz, I see a horsey right there. Where? Where is it? You keep talking about horses and I don't see them. Bring Ken back into the Pokemon series. King Aiden, did you watch Kanto and see Ken? Because I know some of you have watched Kanto, and I hope you didn't hate it too much. If you thought it was fine, it's okay. I could try. I just don't know where Ken is right now. I do not own Ken's doll. I'd have to look for it in the Z of Zini's house. In front of Taco Hell. Oh, I need to go there. Where is it? Which direction? I have leaf green, so actually my uncle gave it to me, so I know what I'm doing after this. Yep. Play leaf green, cool skeleton. You'll like it. Oh, Blitzo, is that your dad? Where? Got my ass. Ugh. Why do I keep falling for this? You know what? I'm just going to sit here and not fall for anything. Hey, Husk, I know you're off screen, but will Angel Dust... I'm sure Husk knows by now. I think Husk has been rickrolled too many times to fall. Pentus is just... he keeps falling for it. You inspired me to do a Helluva Hasbin Q&A. Do you have... well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Are you inspired to ask questions to us, or are you inspired to start your own? Because, I mean, you'd have to have the plushies for that. And enough subscribers to where you can... and viewers to where they ask questions to your characters. Ignacy says, Angel, I killed that weird cat thing with wings. Wait, what? Vanny's here and says, can I see Angel? Right here. Yes, I did, King Aiden says. Hey, Blitz, look, it's Tom Cruise. He's not falling for it. Hello, Frank Official. Glad to see you on the stream. The camera quality was just not right until Gen 2. Yeah, I can see that. It was definitely different. Gen 2 released 1999. In Japan, 2000 in the US, so yeah, you can tell why it's not great. My uncle said he doesn't have a console. That's not great. But I see a sinner who wants someone killed. Got you. Joke's on you, I didn't fall for it this time. Hey, you all, I have a whole VR headset for you all. That is nice that you have that. Angel, is that Valentino? Wait, what? Made you look. Angel is not happy.
Hey, bitches, look, it's Cherry Bomb. Where? Oh, you got me good.
At least Penches is taking it lighter than Angel. Oh yeah, E, have you watched the Mission Impossible movie? I have not. Bye, see you next stream. Bye, Cool Skeleton. We're gonna end soon anyway. We're kind of at our limit. Cosmos XX, hello. If you just heard, we're almost done. But I will accept any questions you have. I hope you enjoyed the newest Helluva Hasbin episode. And if you want to talk about that in the reveal at the end, we'll be happy to hear your thoughts. Hey Luna, look, it's Vortex. Surprised you know who that is, Luna. Ignacy says Catnap says hi. Hey Angel, Husky is here. Not gonna fall for it. I don't see any Husk. Ulster, is that someone looking for a deal? These are all fake Alisters, not real ones. XXX Bart Tentation says hello Bart Simpson. Hansel Dust, look, it's Husk. Not falling for it. Hey Blitz, look, it's your sister. Where? No. No, no, no. How could I fall for it again? It's because your sister's a big deal, isn't it? Seems like it is. That's a story for next episode. Blitz, don't spoil the next episode now. Football? You're calling my head a football? Luna, throw the fake Alisters out of here. You know, Preston Cox, that's a good idea. We're about to end the stream soon anyway. Get the fake Alisters out of here. Yep. No more fake Alisters. Hey, Blitz. Jim Nubgit says, hey. Yay, Biyoshi, Messiah says, yep. I don't voice Biyoshi. If you want, I can get Alice. I do voice Alice. But he says hello. I could also get you Victor Bell or Weezing. If you want to see them. Sneasel, Mischievous. If I can find them. There's a lot of Pokemon Plush. That's not Alistair, that's Alistair. Yep, they're fake Alisters. Hey Blitz, look at Stolas. I'm not too happy with Stolas right now, so I'm just gonna sit here. Can we get a special episode where Extermination Day happens, except the hotel it's a bunch of Alistair plushies fighting against the Exorcist? Extermination Day, yeah, that's pretty possible with a bunch of Alistairs. That would work better as an April Fool's video. However, like, kind of hint, Season 3 only has 3 episodes left, so we'd finish before April Fool's. And that has to do with Season 3. My man, I know you're off screen, but can you become your spider form like 2 seconds? If not, I could just see you. Mammon did go into his spider form in Season 3, episode 11, but I do not know I actually know where his spider legs are, but kind of hard to get. Hey, Black Yoshi, new Call of Duty. Now, Black Yoshi would look from Z&E movies, but Black Yoshi from Pokemon would just stand here and wait for his victory bell. There's pretty much 2 different characters. Where's Charlie, Ignorance, he says? She's on a shelf. I don't voice her, but I have her. Why do you call Stolas a hypocrite? He didn't do nothing. Because he says he doesn't do the things that he does. Like, he acts like he acts like I'm not lower than him, yet throughout the entire series so far of Helluva Hasbin, he's just been treating me like a lowlife. What are your thoughts on Fizzaroli? Did you end up making out in that one episode? No. And still we're not making, we haven't made amends in the Plush series right now. He's only been in 1 episode. Hey, Chef Pee-Pee, look, your kitchen is on fire. Where? Oh, you got me good. Kelly Cotton says, Blitz, and said hello. Blitz, Kelly Cotton says. Hello, I'm Blitz. You was silent. Angel is a spider too, Yep, we do know that. We got 3 Alistairs off-brands, Alistair, Alistin, and Aladdin. Yeah. I did call the really bad skinny bootleg one in a Plush collection. I called him Alistair. Is Luna a fan of rock and roll? She might be. Can you and Fizz hug just once? No, I am not happy with Fizz. Why was Charlie on stuff in Pokemon episode 15? Messiah Washington, to be honest with you, the gym battle was pretty much a sweep. We knew a lot of people wouldn't be we knew there was a chance that some people would be upset that the big gym battle was just easy. Which, come on, it's grass type. And Junior and Cody have multiple advantages. So we kind of just did that for humorous reasons. We wanted to make the episode funny, so at least you have something, Because the gym was pretty easy. Hey, Blitz, what if I added an O to your name? I wouldn't like it. Oh, come on, Blitz. Blitz. Oh, the person behind the camera did not even say the O part. A lot of Blitz questions. So what if it was easy? It was funny, Messiah says. And we're glad you think that. That was our point. Of course, like, it was understandable why it was easy. We just wanted to add something else to, like, spoof the episode up. I got a question with Chef Peepee. Hey, Chef Peepee, you got a joke for us today? Let me think of a joke. Okay, I have one. Why is Junior such a brat? Because he is annoying. Yeah, I'm not good with jokes. I just hate Junior. We understand that, Chef Peepee. Every day is Taco Tuesday. Cosmos XX says, Hey, Blegio. We're gonna say sorry to stole us after the newest episode. Oh no. It's just complicated. I don't like complicated stuff. Hey Blitz, what are your thoughts about Frollo's death scene when he falls in the lake of molten copper? I'm not sure what that is, Preston Cox. Hey Pinches, you got a joke for us today, Oswaldo says?
Oh, yes, I do. I have a joke.
Let me think.
Hey, the snake eye in black. Oh, Ignacy said something I cannot say.
Bowser Jr. throws a duck at Chef Peepee.
Ow! Oh, I'm gonna get you, Junior.
Where was I?
I don't seem like I have a good joke. But I'll try to get back to you, Oswaldo.
Blitz, can you install us makeup already? Messiah says. Blitz, can you make a really derpy face? I can try. Is that derpy enough for you? Guess who's here? Lady Laura Pop. You came here pretty late as we're about to kind of end the stream, but if you have anything to say, ask. But Lady Laura Pop, I do have a question for you. You did say you would get back to Helluva Hasbin as a series. Our newest episode is out, so we're hoping you did have time, like you said, to watch it. What time are you posting the next episode? Logan Trigger. I'm not sure if you're familiar with our channel, but Helluva Hasbins are more of a monthly thing. They're pretty difficult to film, and the episodes are made so that you can enjoy them. Like, time is spent. You could point out all the details and all the references and get excited. Hey Blitz, just wanted to tell you that HCN Stolas is much more better in person to you and your employees. Oh, well, that's a nice thing to hear. That's pretty nice that you made Stolas a better person.
Hey, Benjis, look, it's your airship. I got fooled again.
I wouldn't use that word if I were you, Lady Laura Pop says. Oh my god, that face is so funny. Messiah Washington says, I know for alligator is an alligator, but it didn't have to rip Pokemon apart like that. Yeah, we can be a bit more violent than the show with Pokemon. But if you read for alligator's Dex entry, it does say that. We wanted the starter evolution to be cool and stuff. So yeah, for alligator, and plus that Hypno is pretty evil, so he kind of had it coming. Splendid news, Lady Laura Pop says. It is very splendid. Hey Blitz, look, it's Moxie Millie. Not only do I not care, but I'm also not gonna look. I don't care what they're doing. Except if it's in the bedroom, you know. Welcome back to Corrupt Nature, where we see how many things we can throw at guess. Our first guess is Penchus. Penchus, you're up. Cosmos XX says, "Hey Blitz, Moxie and Millie are going to Ozzy's. Maybe I'll show up. I might as well write a review of Helluva Hasbin for my blogs. Who knows? We would love to see that, Lady Laura Pop, if you would write a review. Of course, you'd have to watch, the episodes to understand what's going on. And we're not sure if you have yet or not. You did say you were busy and you haven't been watching the newest episodes, but hopefully you're not as busy. It can be stressful and you're able to catch up, as we know you do enjoy Stolas and stuff and all that. Blitzo, what are you doing on Wobbuffet? Nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Wobbuffet.
Get off. That ice cream flavor from the Morton parody looked kind of tasty. Cosmos like sixes. Morton will be appearing in another video, but yeah, it was Dirt Cake. We saw that at a store. We planned this video out, and it kept getting delayed, but when we finally filmed it and went to buy ice cream for the video, we saw Dirt Cake and knew immediately that would fit Morton. Right now I'm on vacation. That is good to hear, Lady Laura Pop. It is summer after all. Hey guys, do you want Catnap to be with y'all? I'm pretty sure they don't really know who that character is. I don't really know either. I mean, I've seen pictures, but that's about it. Blitz, Moxie, and Millie ordered Pizza Hut. I could see that. Wobbuffet was a god in that one episode.
Wobbuffet.
Yes, that's true, Messiah Washington. He literally knocked out every single one of Cody and Junior's Pokemon besides Mankey. Like, Allison BLC almost won for a second time in that episode. Blitz, Preston says the O in your name. What? He does? I don't know if I should make a video ranking all the characters from Helluva Hasbin or ranking the characters from Helluva Boss. Cosmos XX, if you do make a video ranking all of our Helluva Hasbin characters, we will shout you out, of course. And maybe reference you in a video, of course. Because doing that just shows like how much you care about the series. I'm not saying you have to do that. It's your channel. But of course we would shout you anyone out who makes something, like fan art or whatever, like the fan art contest we had. Because it is, based around us, and we like to see that. Do you hate being called Blitz? He does. Hey Blitz, would you use Moxie as a shield? Yes, I would. That translates to guys, let's party. I'll have to keep looking for ways to be happy, to be a has-been, as I was in 2020 to 2022. Yeah, I can see that, Lady Laura Pop. The episodes of Helluva Hasbin you did comment on were all 2022, so I'm hoping you could get back into it. I'm really hoping you do. It makes you happy. Hey Blitz, Mammon wants to recruit you. Yeah, I don't buy it. He's a seller. Ugh. Blitz does not like Mammon. I can vaguely imagine a plush based on my own Helluverse character, Lisa Cooper. That would be interesting. If you have the money, you could always commission someone to make it for you. Luna, I would rank you in the S tier. Blitz and Millie would be S tier. Oh, thanks. Of course, if any of you want to make a ranking video of our characters, of course, a note to consider Helluva Hasbin instead of the shows. Because, for example, let's take Vox. In our series, Vox is a lot more serious than he is in the show, in terms of some of the villainous stuff he has done. So, like, there's a bit of differences. And also, like, Moxie's a lot more feisty than he is in the show. He's a lot more defiant to Blitz in Helluva Hasbin than in Helluva Boss. So, of course, consider that if any of you do want to make a video like that. Hey, look, it's Beelzebub. Where? Where is she? Where is she? Oh, my God. I got... Alright, look, that one's understandable. You can't blame me for that one. You can't blame me. You know how I feel about that. Egg Boys, grab Blitz. I only have one, but... Hey, get off me. Don't grab me, Egg Boy. Frank. I'd better get ready for bed in a minute. Have a splendid day, guys. Have a splendid day, Lady Laura Pop. glad to have you in the stream. Hope you show up for the next one, which might be characters. So anyone approaching the, hour mark. HN also says bye. If you have any last thing to say it now before the stream ends and you have to wait till the next one. I love your content, Logan says. We are glad you do. We hope you like our newest videos as well. Cosmos XX says, Mario, please get me the new Call of Duty game, please. I would do a better voice, but I don't voice Black Yoshi in Pokemon or Z&E, so I can't really do too much. Is there going to be a next stream? Of course there's going to be a next stream as well, though. I'm not sure when. Streams happen when I am not busy at all, so we'll see. We love you, Blitz. Thank you very much. I've been tricked a lot, but I'm glad you like me. Pencha says, go easy on my Eggy Blitzo. See you guys later. Bye, guys. Bye, Cosmos. If you want to make a ranking video, we will, of course, watch it of our characters. And if anyone else wants to make that kind of video, you could. If you know what tier maker is, we also have a tier maker of Helluva, Hasbin, and Pokemon and all that stuff up. Hope to see you in the next live stream, Luna. I love you, Mr. Snake, Mr. Spider, Mr. Redhead Football. What? Can't wait for the next Helluva Hasbin episode, Messiah says. It will be coming out in time. Of course, there's a lot of... it just came out, so next will be Z&E movie, then Pokemon. But goodbye.